layer where people are not aware what needs to be done. From there, taking the step number one and knowing the techniques and systems which is going to help you in your life and your careers. Okay, so that is the step number one. Many people, unfortunately, uh, stop it at the step number one itself. Okay, and that's not going to help people. So first, yes, we need to understand knowing the techniques of anything is the step one of accomplishing success. And from there onwards, it just becomes okay. देखो guys, how and who will succeed in life? It is simple. First, those who are hungry for knowledge and ready to learn and upgrade and know more techniques, apply the techniques on themselves, experiment it out, and then make a decision what is working, what is not working. Okay, so these are the people. So first of all, there are people, they want, okay, they don't even want success. So if a person does not want success, he is never going to look for that. So these people will never succeed. Second category of people, they want success, but they are not ready to take actions even to know what will make them successful. Such people will also not succeed because they are not spending time in researching. Success will not come your way. You have to do something for getting it. So that's the second quality of people. They want success, but they are not ready to do anything for getting it. So such people will also not succeed. There are third layer of people. Okay, they want success and then they start looking for it, and then they will find, or if they don't find the right ideas, again they will not succeed. So they are want success, they are putting efforts, but they are not really knowing the right ways of becoming successful. So such people will also not succeed. Then comes the fourth category of people. They want success, they are looking for it, and then they find the right techniques which will make them successful. Okay, so these are the people who are on the right path towards success. And path means it's not like one time you will accomplish it. It's a journey. Life is a journey. So what these people will do is they will know the techniques, ideas, strategies. So first of all, I would like to really congratulate all of you who have attended and did these 2 weeks with us, because these are some things which I have really learned after a lot of struggle through life. So you're on the right path. Okay. But now comes the question, how do you really convert it into results? And that's where comes the difference between those who will become successful and those who will not. Okay, and there are multiple steps. Now it is not yet done. So where you have reached is you are belonging in this category who is on the path to success, not yet accomplished it. It's a journey, it's a long way ahead, but you're on the right direction, and that is good enough. If your life is in right direction, somewhere you will reach your destination. So once it is in the right direction, what are the next steps? And the next steps is whatever ideas or techniques you heard, you listened, and all, you have to apply it in your life and then analyze what is working for you, what is not working for you, what needs some kind of customization. So you need to spend that kind of a time on your life. Okay? So that's your next level where you apply, where you take actions, then you see how can you change or improve on some of the ideas. And once you really do that, okay, so you will know, okay, what exactly works for you, not for the world, but specifically for you. And that only you can do it. Nobody else can do it. Your version of success, right? You have to figure out. Okay. And then comes the next step. So those who will take this next step of applying, experimenting, and figuring out what's working, what's not working, they are on a more correct direction of success. And then what happens is once you know the system, techniques, and what works for you, then those people who consistently apply it, now that itself is the ultimate root of success. Consistently applying, that means there is no end for that. Till the time you accomplish success, you are not going to leave it. You are not going to stop it in between. You are not going to take no as an answer or failure as an excuse. That means 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, till the time you accomplish your dreams, you will stay consistent with it. And these are the people, eventually, they will become successful. Okay, just understand it needs working in a certain manner. It's not easy, it's not ready made, it will not just be offered to you in your laps. Success needs to be earned. This is what it is. And if you're looking for a shortcut for it, even if you reach there, you will not be able to maintain success. Understand? You might get there with a hacks or shortcut, but you cannot maintain it because you are not prepared enough for it. Jeff Bezos in one of the interviews said ki the biggest success of Amazon took overnight success. People were saying, "Arey kya Jeff Bezos tu to like massively successful ho gaya, itna paisa and all that." So he said the biggest overnight success took Amazon 10 years. So देखने वाले, the people who are watching, they will always say, "अरे overnight था, very easy for you to do it. Everything came to you, opportunities came." He says कि भाई, behind the screen, a lot of effort is required, and like it's massive. And then he said it took 10 years to really create some impact on the world, and from there the journey continued. So the question is how long you are going to stick with your success hunger. That's what will define where you will reach in your life. Otherwise, you will be, yes, on a right direction to certain and then deviate. And that's not the right way to do things. Okay. Okay, fine. All those things said and done. What are we going to discuss today? Okay. We will look at a high level overview of our entire 2 weeks, what we have done at a high checkpoint, so that you can quickly analyze, see what you know, what you don't know, and then we will be taking live Q&As. Okay, so I'm going to share you the attendance link, and as part of that attendance link of today, you write your most burning question that you have, figure out something, and then I would just go through that attendance list one by one, because in Zoom chat, if we do it, it takes a lot of time, plus people might type more, so it might jump up and down chat. So we'll do it in your attendance. Okay. Now, देखो, now understand this beautiful thing about a human brain. Okay. Okay, why it's required to recap and why it's required to repeat the same thing over and over. Guys, never ever say, "I know it." No matter what technique it is, what funda it is, those who know it, it will not give you result. Knowing is the step one, applying is the step two, staying consistent is the step three. And you know what happens? The beauty about human brain, ki if you are not constantly, repeatedly thinking about something over a period of time, those thoughts will be lost. Okay, this is practical experience. Okay, this is how the brain works. This is how the brain works. If there are some thoughts, some ideas, if you are thinking about it repeatedly, taking actions in your life, then only it will stick with you. Otherwise, you will lose those thoughts, those ideas, those strategies, those everything. If you're not applying, if you're not thinking, you will lose it. And that's simple. It was required for our brain to be like that. When we were born as children, the brain was having huge potential. It could have adapted to anything. So, but based upon which family you are born, what culture you are, what lifestyle you are taught in the childhood, the brain remembered only those things as it went forward. Okay, so our brain is created कि whatever we keep thinking, whatever we keep applying, practicing regularly, only that will remain into our life. Everything else will be forgotten over a period of time. Okay, and that is where, guys, just knowing it or just coming listening will not do it. We need to make it a part of our life, and once that happens, if it sticks with you, and guys, unfortunately, for many few people it is going to stick around, because those who keep repeatedly thinking, only for them it will work. Okay, okay, fine. It's important to understand how we work so that you can hack your own system. Otherwise, life आगे से बस bypass जा रही है and you're like, पता नहीं what's happening. That doesn't work. Okay, fine. So I'll be sharing my screen. Let's do a quick recap of what we did so far with the program. Okay, so I'm sharing the screen. Some of you might remember a few things, some of you might have forgotten, but it is all okay, because that's how your human brain is. So there is nothing good or bad about it. It is just that this is how we work, and you need to then solve it. And how do you solve? By repeatedly thinking about it. Okay, very shortly we will not spend a lot of time on each of the things. We'll just go rapid fire. Okay, and later you try to convert it into actions. Fine. Sharing the screen. Okay, chalo, let's get started. Okay, so it's a 3-week program. We have already completed the past 2 weeks. Okay, the primary aim of this program is to get success in our careers and as well as success into our full life. Okay, and that needs efforts, thinking, strategizing, planning, execution in a certain manner. Okay, and that is where it is something which I never came across anybody doing it. So I thought, ki, chalo, let's start doing it and let's see how it goes. Okay, so that's what it is: career success plus life success. Now there are few of the things you will play a lot of roles in your into your life, but as an end result, for the next, let's say you live your full lifespan, till the end result of your life, you will always be one person. Okay, and you will always have 24 hours. That's it. This equation is never going to change. You will be one person with your mind and the body, and you will always have 24 hours all throughout your life. Next, your circumstances might change, but these two things are static and constant. That means if you really master these two things, your 24 hours and who you are as a person, if you fix these two things, you will be able to master every area of your life, because it is worth doing, because it's never going to change for the next 50 years of your life. Who you are and how you use your time. So if you really fix these two areas, you will accomplish success at whatever you do. So that's the core of your existence. Okay, so, and that's what putting efforts, because it's never going to change. Now first thing is, how do you accomplish massive career success? We came with 5 rules. Okay, and our basic point is not to be average, to belong in a greater quality of life. Okay, that's what it is about. Belong in the top 20% of highly successful people of the world. And okay, what are these rules? So we are going to do career related facts, end-to-end IT process, and then some tech related aspects, productivity and time management, and lifestyle of successful people. Okay, fine. 5 rules of success. First, belong into the A category. These are very few people in the industry. These people take massive responsibility of themselves, of their projects, of the people around. They show leadership qualities. They are bold, they are brave, they are courageous. And these are the people because of which the world is evolving forward, growing forward. So try to become an A player. You will always be in demand, regardless of market switches, recessions, problems. If you are an A player, this player is what the world needs. And the beauty part is, there are not many people like this. That means the market is good there, less competition, and if you really work to your best, you will belong here, and the world will always need you. That's what is an A player. Okay, so always remember, no matter where you belong, reach to the top. That's how you do your best stuff. Fine, that's the first thing. Second, okay, you need to think from 24 hours perspective, not just working boundaries. Invest more time on yourself, because all throughout your life you work only for yourself. So learn more, upgrade more, apply good at your project. You will start moving forward in your career, and that's what is 24 hours. Next, know what the world expects from you. Okay, and then always try to give more than what is expected. Next, constantly upgrade yourself, your skills, your knowledge, everything, constantly grow in that. And next, spend time with growth minded people. Okay, this is how we grow basically in our life. So maintain the right relationships with other good growth minded people. Okay, fine, this is what we covered as part of the day one. Now moving on forward. Okay, we touched how an IT project development thought process should look like, and there are multiple areas where you need to care about. So if you are not good in any of these areas, I would highly recommend just sit on Google and search for these terms. You will get blogs, start reading it, start seeing what code is they are showcasing, try to build that up. So thoda sa efforts are required. Everything is not spoon feeding. Life is never like that. You have to jump in the game and then try to do stuff. Okay, this is what it is. So internal aspects of projects. Okay, then we said functionality wise you should be good, understand the standards. Next, know the right ways of working. Okay, know the right ways of working, which includes like end-to-end tools which will be used in the industry, whatever projects you are in. So just know it greatly, read some blogs about it, experiment it out. Next, end-to-end process of working, know the process part. Comments, unit testing, basic again. Understand the value of automation. Next, database level knowledge required. Okay, decision making between open sources. You should be capable that any new name that you listen, you should be able to explore and build solutions. Okay, in my team or any team, people just say, hey, we want to use Amazon SQS in the project, let's do it. That's it. You cannot say I don't know. You just have to go with an attitude of I'll explore and I'll do it, and I'll do it quickly. Okay, so this is how it is. That's how your mindset should be of solving your problems. So you take anything which is available here, start googling, start building up. You do for 2 3 things, you will automatically get confidence. Next, all this world works based upon integration of APIs. One team or one service calling other service within the project or external project. So know a lot about it. HTTP standards, how to handle error codes, how to handle network connections, how to do retries of these APIs, how the success failure interpretation will happen. So you need to really understand how the APIs work. Okay. Next, you should build a system where it is modular, design wise right, and long term maintenance. Nahi aata hai, start reading, start googling how to build modular applications. What are solid design principles? How do you build code which is good for long term maintenance? There will be thousands of links available in Google. Guys, just know this thing. The world is not going to come you and prepare you, okay, bhai, become like this. The world will not do it for you. You need to go to the world, dig, understand, and apply on yourself. This is how it works. If you're waiting that somebody is going to teach you all these, it's not going to happen. And that's the reason many people will never succeed. So it is your life. Take responsibility. You attack the internet, get your work done. Whatever it is, doesn't matter what it is, just get your work done. It's all available. So this program will give you the right guidance to take the right steps. And you need to become capable. If you are not, that's a big problem. And that is one thing which I found some people of Amirpet really struggling in the industry also, because somewhere they did not evolve to self-explore, get their problem solved independently. They still need that kind of, Arey, abhi now what to do? And the mind thinking has not improved. So you need to become self-sufficient. Okay, nobody's coming for you. You have to figure out your own solutions for your problems. And it's all possible. Attitude shift is required. Please do it for yourself. Okay? Fine. Next, think about performance, how much time it is taking for your applications to work. Next, explore about security. At least know these basic things and make sure that every project you go into, you are aware of how your APIs are secured. Whatever APIs you expose or you call, how it is secured, that the right username and password is able to access those APIs and not publicly opened APIs. Okay? So at least OAuth code and JWT token. Okay, so just know some basics, how to handle public private key. Everything is available on internet, guys. Company mein bhi kisi ko nahi aata, they go to Google and they figure it out. There will be code snippets. You apply that, experiment that, read some blogs, you will automatically know what exactly needs to be done. Okay. Next, we said yes, there will be some proprietary tools. You can get master into any of these tools, but in the end what happens is, in a 10 years duration, there will be sometimes projects where if there is no project of your specific tool, the company might ask you to perform some other role. So being prepared is always the right way of living. So yes, if you want, become a specialist in any one, but at the same time, don't lose the rest of the world knowledge. Okay, so that's what it is. And a point will come when salaries will start touching their maximum in each of these tool capability. So in such manner, if you want to grow, so you need to definitely have bigger tech set under you, right? So yes, become specialist, but in a long run, you need to really master other things also. Okay. Next, full stack thought process. Be a master in one, and then you start learning into other. So 100% in one, 50%, 60% in other. That's how you grow in full stack. And any technology, have the mindset you can explore and apply. This is how you should think. Okay, fine. And about infrastructure, so while you are doing application development, as you grow more in your maturity, start thinking about infrastructure as well. And like, if many requests are coming to the application at the same time, how the concurrency is going to be handled. Okay, 10 people trying to do the payment at the same time, how the concurrency, if all the a request comes to the same method at the same time, is it possible in your application? How these threads will work, you need to really think, question. and a thought process will grow. Okay, fine. That's what we covered in the day 2. Moving on to the day 3, implementation day. Okay, where we really took some basic thought processes here. Okay, 0 to 3 years of experience, we understood what all they focus. 3 to 5, what all they focus. 5 to 7, what all they focus. And then further on. Okay, so we really touched on these aspects. So go through it and really plan your actions, where you are right now, what are you supposed to do next. If your life and your career is not growing, if you don't learn what's your next thing, you will really struggle. Yes or no? Without growth, you will stay the same. And if you stay the same, opportunities will not come. You will get more if you really grow, and you have to know what is required for growth. Okay? And other technique, I'll just say, apart from these things, I would highly recommend read the job descriptions of your next level. For example, if you're having, like, let's say 2 years experience or 3 years experience right now, start reading what the market expects from somebody having 5 years of experience, and accordingly start preparing yourself. So it doesn't matter which industry, which field you are. Google, look at the Naukri jobs. What are people expecting by person having 3 years more experience than you? Go to these job postings, read their job descriptions, and then see how much you know, how much you does not know. Make that as a constant life process for the next 30 years. You will always keep evolving. So you don't have to do all that hard work. Companies are already doing it for you. They are even telling what they want. You just work in that direction. Okay, fine. This is how you apply. So you don't need to even know it. Just read the job descriptions and grow yourself in that area. Fine. That's what we covered on the day 3. Next comes day 4. We spoke about the entire agile process. Okay, week 1, day 4. Scrum, Kanban, Scrum 1. Okay, agile splits the full project into smaller segments. If one project takes 1 year to do, you break it down into 2 week cycle, and every 2 weeks you develop some piece, few functionality, take it to production. That's why recursively you build the project. You keep demoing it to the client. If the client is unhappy, you fix it in the next 2 week cycle. So by this way, customer satisfaction is good. Product is going to production. The application is going to production early. People don't have to wait for 1 year, right? So if you develop in 2 weeks, demo it and deploy it in production. In 2 weeks, something is going to production rather than waiting for 1 year. So these are some very beautiful things with agile, and that's where it is so popular in the current times. And what are the primary roles? Product owner, the person who gives requirements to the team. Scrum master, this role is required to drive the sprint properly. Nothing but if 2 weeks of work, let's say 10 functionalities decided to be built in 2 weeks, and people might be on unexpected leaves, or some might be stuck with some errors they are not able to solve. So it's the scrum master responsibility to do something and make sure the 10 functionalities which was planned, the team is actually finishing it by the end of the sprint. Okay, so this is what is the scrum master responsibility. Anybody can become a scrum master. Okay, I've seen many QA guys, they further evolve to become a scrum master, somebody from QA domain. However, there are developers also who would like to get into this role. And in the IT industry, there are even projects where developers itself play the role of a scrum master. Okay, so it happens like that. Some senior developer might start doing the scrum mastering activity. There are even projects in the IT industry where the technical managers, those who are tech leads, they also try to do the role of a scrum master. So basically, anybody can fit into this role. So don't say, okay, I'll never take this. Someday you might have to do that as well. So be know that thing. Okay, fine. And then there is a team member composed of everything else. Okay, fine. And yes, how does a project work? A basic stuff. Client gives requirement, or company has their own product. They give the requirement to the product owner. The product owner gives it to the team. And from team perspective, you need to first understand requirement, analyze design. Next, get your design reviewed. Start with the coding, get your code reviewed, get it tested, and that's how the phase works. And then we went into more details about the requirements are given in the form of user stories. Okay, in Jira there will be something called as user stories. Requirement will be given there, and these are some basic things which are required for user story. So Google about it more, read more about it. Just go to atlassian.com website. You will find a lot about user story with examples. Do the research. You'll find extensive knowledge available. Okay. I'm just giving you initial pointers how you should think in your life. You further every term or every area is having a much more knowledge. Okay, start going to there and just know the best ways of doing it. Okay, okay, fine. So user story. Next, then requirement gathering. So you have to ask questions. If something is not clear to you, the product owner will write a user story, nothing but requirement in Jira, and that will be discussed with the team as part of requirement gathering meeting or grooming meeting or refining meeting. All the terms are the same. Okay, product owner gets the requirements, discusses with the team as part of all of this. Now you need to get clarification of that. You need to ask the right questions, and there are few important things we said as a checklist you need to follow as part of grooming. Okay, the requirements are in user stories. User story format we already discussed earlier. It should be written, so not just verbal, it should be written, and the product owner should get in a call and explain you. If any of these thing is not happening in your project, you ask them to get that done. Okay, next, to and fro discussion between the product owner and the tech team should happen. This is how the further things work out. Okay, fine. Now moving on forward. Okay, end of part 1. This is what we discussed here, and this was the day 4 of week 1. Next, a simple way, many people get this doubt, right? How do you improve your thinking, logical thinking, your analysis skills? There is a simple technique of doing that, guys. If you take those actions, automatically you will improve. That's what we covered in the 5-day. What was that technique? Some of you might have even forgotten it, but good. That's what it's a recap when we try to really do it. Okay, simple. Whatever requirements you get in your projects, just follow this kind of a checklist. Apply this on every requirement. In a matter of 1 month, your brain will think smarter, your analysis skills will grow. देखो guys, brain का क्या होता है? If you really apply it, it will improve. That's it. If you just keep wondering what to do, nothing happens. So understand it. Whatever this checklist is, start following that for every requirement that you get in your project. Be it if you are a job seeker also, or claiming some experience, whatever, any requirement that you build, start thinking in terms of all of this. You will realize you will deeper connect with the logic that you build. What are these requirements? Take first, understand the requirement fully, read it line by line, understand it fully. Okay, next, if you have any functional questions, try to ask those kind of questions. Okay, nothing but you are a user of a website. So if some requirement is coming, if something is not clear to you, think from an end customer perspective, a person who will use this functionality. So automatically you will get the questions what to do if it goes right. For example, a user is trying to simple open a fixed deposit in a bank. Let's say that is a requirement. Now multiple possibilities. Let's say a user is trying to book a fixed deposit and he doesn't have money in the account. So what should be the error message? If he's having a valid fixed deposit, then how to apply the interest rate for that? Is there a slab of a range? Nothing but a lot of questions will be coming. Okay, you just have to start thinking, okay, are you completely clear with the functional requirements? And that is where it will come more with experience, but someday you have to start, right? This is what it is. Next, technical requirement. Okay, high level questions will be coming. Next, how many services would be involved? Next, okay, come up with the service, like services will be involved in the sense, if you are in a, let's say, microservice architecture, right, there will be a dedicated service for every purpose. So you need to really see, okay, login service talks to registration service, talks to let's say FD service. Okay, and then how these guys interact with the database. So all of those things will happen here. So that's what is a service diagram you need to come up. Next, you have to see how to, what kind of data like open sources or these in between tools can be used, like database wise, SQL, NoSQL, which use case goes here, which use case goes here. If you're doing caching in the system, how to do that kind of caching for faster access. Asynchronous processing, if you're using a message broker, how does that work? and all of these things have to happen. Okay. Next, cron jobs, repetitive behaviors. Like every day at, let's say, 8 p.m. you want to run a functionality, you would have to define a cron jobs either via Linux machine or via Spring applications. So any way is possible. So explore about that. If you have technical questions, ask those questions, like how do you design from the perspective of what we wrote earlier. Okay, from all of these perspectives your technical questions should come up. Okay, so try to relate it together. And then, okay, estimate it, how much time it is going to take for finishing your work. And that's how it is. Okay, so try to really do that. And then we broke down into estimations from time perspective as well as story point perspective. Okay, so this we covered as part of the day 5. That's where, guys, walk through this link. I guess some of you might not even have opened it anytime, because it is gem of knowledge. It will define your next future, how we will shape. But again, knowing ideas is step 1. Get it, apply it, experiment it, then change it to the next. Fine. And yeah, we improved this. Then there were so many of the people consistent, and we have reports of who were able to do how many sessions. It was a 5-day week 1. Fine, fine, fine. Okay. And next, we started into week 2. Okay, guys, if you are having questions, write it down with you. Very shortly we will give the attendance form. As part of that, ask it. And tomorrow again we will continue with the same questions. So let's make it more value add, like conversation this final week to specifically answer to your questions. Okay, fine. Now going down to the week 2. Okay, we completed only 4 days in week 2. There was 1 day holiday. Well, no, not holiday. I was not able to join because of my project work. Something like that happened. Fine. Dekho, we evolved from just looking at our career to really looking at our full life, because career is subset of the life. If you fix your life, your thought process, your behaviors, your actions, the career will automatically take care. And guys, I have lived 12 years in the IT industry, and after that I'm drawing this conclusion, and I've really done a lot in my career, growing from a Java developer to right now head of technology leading a 40-member team. A lot of things had to be done, and then I'm trying to share all that to you so that you get the right guidance up early in your career itself and not after 10 years of your life. Okay, so it is time saving. Apply because this will change you. Because in the end, if you still don't apply it, guys, in the end you will be on the suffering and a struggling side. So don't do that. Okay, be smart, apply. That's how you will change. This is what I can say. Okay, there are multiple areas which you need to focus upon. Okay, yes, you might say I want career and financial to be my primary, but for that, are you really ready to risk all of these other things? Because without knowledge your career is going to struggle. Without health you will not be able to stay productive. Without finding the inner peace you will not be able to stay happy. Guys, okay, you're looking for a job, market is bad. Without knowledge you will not know how to deal with this mind. You will be scared, you would be panicked, you would be nervous. Lack of maturity, lack of right knowledge, lack of inner peace to stay composed. It's all dependent. If you run for only one thing without working on these other areas, you will suffer in life. That's what is my practical experience. So you have to take this together. You cannot chase after one thing because everything is related to one another. Okay, knowledge is the foundation for anything that you do. Knowledge, we said two types: book reading and skill upgradation. Do you think without skill upgradation you can become successful in your career? Not possible. Without right to book or knowledge of how to deal with emotions and failures in life and uncertainties of this market of whatever happening right now, not possible. So everything is related. Start investing time on yourself, and you will be then moving on in the right direction in life. Okay, fine. Every pillar is important. This is what I would say. Every pillar is important. And since past many years of my life, I am working almost parallelly in all of these pillars. Okay, health daily, knowledge daily, relationship actively focusing once a week, and taking time out to spend more time with the family and friends, working on relationships. Peace, spirituality, trying to really be kind, help, share, offer prayers, Find this inner composure, because that's the foundation. It's a daily thing to be done. Next, who you are as a person with knowledge. My identity is evolving. The more I'm sharing with you guys, I feel good about myself. Yeah, I'm doing something valuable with my life. I'm happy to share. So I'm evolving as a person. Career and financial, already working on it, going good. 12 years completed. Still, there is a lot to be done further. Next, fun entertainment. Every weekend or every month, I travel. I go to at least a 2 day trip somewhere or 1 day somewhere. Okay, daily I keep visiting maybe different places where I did not have food. It's simple. It can be done. Just make it a part of your life. And giving back to the society. So I feel somewhere this transformation program is my contribution. So I'm telling you, I feel more happy with my life when I do everything. And that's what I covered on Friday. Live to your 24 hours, otherwise you will be underperforming in your life. Don't be that. Learn from my mistakes. I wasted 4 years of my life. I don't want you to repeat that. Okay, fine. 8 pillars. Mastering time important. This is how you grow forward. This was the plan, and then we said you need to plan and review. Important phases. Planning and review will get you the results. You're not getting job. Plan what can be done, what can be done. Take actions, review whether it's working or not. Any problem that you have can be simply solved if you plan it properly. Look for opportunities around you, take actions on that, and then review it. Simple things which will completely change your life. Doesn't matter what problem it is. Does not matter. You have power of internet. Just Google it. How to solve this, how to address this. Read, apply, then see what's working, what's not. You are literally self-sufficient. You don't need anybody's support. This is how life is. You don't need anybody's support. You can solve your own problems. Start trusting yourself. Okay, market may doesn't matter what happens, you can find your way, because everybody is worried. You need to be confident. If you are confident, use the power of internet. Keep planning what can be done. How can you belong in that 1% people who are still getting opportunities in the market? How do you grow more? Right questions, right thinking, right direction, right actions. It will convert. It will convert. If you think like a loser, you become a loser. If you get self doubts, you will be lost in life. Think, what can I do to make it work? What can I do to make it work? Think like a leader, think like a problem solver, because problems are going to be there always in one form or the other. Your nature should change, your behavior should change. Okay, that's what. Plan for solving your problems. Review it. Plan it, take actions, review it. 3 steps to actually accomplish it. Fine, all this is good. Next, moving on forward. And then staying focused, dedicated. We talked a lot about it. In later, we even told the name Pomodoro. Work focus for 25 minutes, take a 5 minutes break. That's how it is. Train your mind and the body. Sit at one place. Never ever sleep. Or even the class that you attend, don't sit on couch and like listen while sleeping. You will not be focused. Okay, so every single time you want to do something, sit in an upright position, table and chair. Train your mind, train your body to be alert. Next, mind. Avoid social media, avoid calling, avoid talking to people. Just think about the problem or the task you are trying to do. That's how you become better. Okay, so mind and the body training is required for getting focused. And we covered this thing every single day, that you stay lazy in your body and your mind keeps wandering on social media, reuse and all that. You are training yourself to be distracted, and that is enemy of focus. So work on yourself, guys. Every single day is an opportunity. Work on yourself. Fine, covered that as part of day one. Next, what? Day one is okay. Whoa, so much things in the day one. Fine. Now week 2, day 2. Okay, it really went deeper. Whatever goals we spoke about in the week 1, we did some setup of that, and then we discovered a simple system of how you can accomplish your goals. Set your goals, plan it, take actions, review it. If it is not working, change it. If it is working, double down your efforts in that. But never give up. The engine keeps running. No, you're smart. You will figure out. Your brain works. You're capable. Figure out, figure out, figure out. Ask people, figure out. Use the internet, figure out. Plan for solving problems. Keep taking actions. Let it happen in terms of days and weeks. Important thing we realize. Don't give too much of time. Do things today. Today, how best you can utilize, let's say tomorrow is 20th of December. Think in terms of days and weeks, not months, quarters, or years. You need to act every single day of your life, then you get problem solved. Not like 6 महीने में कुछ करेंगे. It doesn't work out. Okay, you need to act every single day of your life in order to go towards a better future. Fine, that's what is the system, and then you will get results. It's not hard. Okay, it can be accomplished. Unfortunately, many few people will do that. You need to belong in that category which actually does and get results in life. Okay, fine, believe in yourself, it's possible. Okay, that we covered in the day 2. And then we covered a beautiful way, habit installation. Okay, goal achievement, we already spoke about it. Okay, develop a belief system. You need to daily look at your goals, because today also we said, every single time, if you are not actively thinking about your idea strategies, the brain will forget it. The same thing works with goal. You have to remind yourself daily, regularly. That will keep you on track. And then it's a system of massive planning, which we already discussed, yes, just some time ago below. Okay, fine. And then comes habit installation protocol. Any new habit that you're trying to apply into your life, it grows in 3 stages. Month 1, your old habits will be loosened up. Month 2, new habits will start forming. Month 3, the new habits will go very strong. Okay, and then it starts becoming more nicer and easier. But if you stop within these 3 months, any days in between with gaps, okay, again it starts from the beginning. So don't take gaps, let the rotation happen, and just continue. Habit installation protocol. You can apply this for any habit of your life. How your brain should work, one by one. This is how to use the system. One by one, identify all your negative habits of your life, remove them one by one, and then apply all the positive habits which will take your life towards success, happiness, joy, financial richness, everything. Okay, this is how you have to work for your entire life. Eliminate the habits which are pulling you back in your life. Excuses, blames, complaints, self-doubt, negativity, you have to remove it from your life. And you have to put all the positive, success, empowering ideas, strategies, techniques, upskilling yourself, learning new skills, new domains, new capability. All of those habits you have to include in your life. It is going to take time, but it is worth doing, because all throughout your life, you are one person and you have 24 hours. If you invest all this time on your growth, your future will be always rewarded. You put time on anything else, that might lose in future, but you put time on yourself, it will always work. That's where Warren Buffett and many successful people said, the biggest investment is that you do on yourself. Right, to do that investment. Eliminate your bad habits which is pulling you back in your life. Acquire more good habits. This is how you succeed in your life. Fine, we discussed that as part of the day 4 of the program. And then came our last day, week 2, day 5. Okay, we spoke really a lot about this. I'll not get into much details, but we need to live our entire 24 hours in a certain manner which will make us successful. And all of these routines, I gave it in an Excel sheet, plus the habits are mentioned here also. Step by step, start applying into your life. Okay, it is possible for you to do it. Just start applying. And in this week, as it goes forward, we will be practically doing it together as well. So I don't want to just share the techniques. I want to do it with you. And I have been doing it since past 2 years. Every day morning, 6 to 7, we are connecting, we are performing these habits. So get started with your journey as well. Okay, fine. Now this is how we finish the week 2. Okay, next January batch will be starting next time again. Okay, fine. Okay, team, that was the quick flashback of the past 2 weeks. I'll give you the link now. Just scroll through that link, and then I'll give you the attendance link also. Whatever is your most burning question right now, maybe based upon this link or list or anything else, if you feel, just write it down in your today's attendance fee form. Okay? Chalo, I'm pasting you first of all this LinkedIn blog link. Go through it, scroll through it. Okay, this is the LinkedIn blog. You can scroll through whichever slide you want of whichever topic you want. Next, I'm giving you the attendance form for today. Okay, attendance form for today. Now, in the attendance form, there is a free text field, right? In that text field, ask the question. Okay, ask only one question, because we'll not go through it in very like every question that you put. So ask the one question which is really something that you want. Okay, and then I'll try to share to my best knowledge whatever I can as part of that. Okay, 4848 is the attendance code, and this is the link, attendance link. Chalo guys. And whatever we are not able to cover today, we will do that in the tomorrow session as well. But guys, from tomorrow onwards, we will share the Zoom link only to those who have completed 80% of the sessions, nothing but those who completed 8, 9 or 10 sessions. So rest of the members can join us back from, it will be live streamed on YouTube, by the way, so you can watch it there. And next members can come in from Jan onwards. We will be launching another batch. Okay. So maybe you can register for your Jan batch as well. 2nd Jan onwards, 9 p.m. registration. Okay. So you can join in for our Jan batch again from scratch. Dekho guys, the more you repeat, the thought process will change. Okay. And question you ask as part of this. So don't get confused. Question is as part of this. Ask question here. Okay, fine. We have 10 minutes, so we will be closing this call in 10 minutes. Okay, let me go to the attendance form. I'll see who have asked the question, and one by one we'll start going through it. By the time rest members can still keep doing it. Okay, all participants, today's attendance. Today is 19th. Yes, some of you have already filled the attendance. Chalo, let's see how many of you have the question. Okay, next second. Fine. Let's go. Okay. So yes, not many people have filled it up, but whoever has asked the question, we will be responding to them. Okay, let's see. We have 10 minutes right now for this. Okay. Okay. Somebody saying yes, good session. Somebody saying very happy session. Okay. Somebody saying thank you. Okay. Somebody is asking. So यहाँ से थोड़ा सा important questions get started. Okay. Somebody saying good night. अरे question है तो पूछो guys इतना. Okay, fine. Chalo, let's get started. Okay. I'm checking at this form itself. In the form, whoever has asked, we are going through them one by one. Okay, fine. Chalo, let's get started. I'll not show the names just in case if somebody wants to not reveal their identity. So I'll not do that, but I'll read the question properly and then we'll get started. Okay. Okay. So the first question, team. Okay. One question: how to stay consistent? Okay. Dekho guys, consistency is a habit which you have to build. Okay, and you need to focus only on one day at a time. Okay, a simple thing is you pick whichever activity you want to do. Okay, you take that activity every single day, do it at the same time without fail. That's it. Focus on one day at a time. Try to do it every single day at that time on the same time. Okay, and then start tracking it. By the end of the day, ask yourself a question: did I really do it or not? Okay, this simple system you apply and let it run. And every single day, if you have not done it, ask yourself a question: why was I not able to do it? And tomorrow, how can I do it? Okay, so you will realize you just focus on one day at a time, and if you pass 90 days, 100 days, you will realize, wow, consistency has automatically built up. Okay, so first, pick the habit. Second, pick the time when you want to do it. Third, do it daily at that time without fail. Okay, fourth, review by the end of the day: did you really do it or not? Just keep repeating this one day at a time and you will be consistent. Guys, this is what simple, it will work. It will just work. You just have to do it. Okay, and choose that time wisely, so that daily at that time you can do the habit. So choose the time wisely, not a floating time. This is how things work. Okay, fine. Now let's go to the next area. Next question. Okay, how to stay consistent. Now somebody asked a question: how to improve coding standards? Okay, देखो guys, I'll highly recommend, there is a tool called as Sonar in the IT industry. Okay, Sonar. So one simple thing, install that in your IDEs. It has a front-end application plugin also, plus back-end application plugin. So in your IDE, just install that Sonar lint kind of tool. It is going to scan your entire project or whatever coding you do, and it will suggest you the best practices of coding. Okay, so whatever it suggests, it will give you code snippets, how to write, how to not write, improvements and application development related. So use that tool. Other thing is, simply you just go ahead reading multiple blogs on how to do best coding standards in whatever technology you are aware of. You will find 10 20 links, blogs about it. Read that, you will automatically know the answer. Okay, that's what, guys. Sit and hunt internet. All the problems are available there with solutions. Okay, fine. Chalo, next. Okay, there is another question. Take second. Okay, somebody says this. सर मैं अभी वर्चुसा में ज्वाइन किया. ओके, मुझे 6 months हुआ बट प्रोजेक्ट नहीं मिला. Okay, it's sounding different when I'm speaking all of a sudden in Hindi. Okay, so yeah, I'll just convert it as well for everyone. So okay, joined Versusa 6 months ago. Project is not yet assigned. Okay, my training happened like in Java. Now I'm feeling a bit scared. Okay, I don't have the right knowledge and coding is also weak. Okay, so how exactly to do, what exactly to do here? Okay, देखो, a few important things. If you are on bench and if you're not really coding and understanding projects and really doing something, it will really become problematic for your long-term career, because market expectations will just change after a few years from now if you're not in projects. So you have to do it. Okay? Now the thing is, past 6 months onwards, on bench, not yet allocated to project. So first of all, okay guys, we are taking questions only which are marked as part of attendance. Okay, later on if that is over, then I'll come to the Zoom chat. Okay, now first thing, if you are in any company where you are not allocated in projects, so that is a bad place to be. You should do whatever it takes to get assigned to any of the project. That's what you should have everyday target to reach out to maybe your follow up with HRs or your bench coordinator. Try to get arranged in some interview. Don't sit that somebody will come and do something for you, because nobody does. You have to do it for yourself. Start following up with people. Give me some project, assign me some interviews. Start reaching out to other employees of the company, maybe someone who are just as experienced as you. You can find all those details in the central employee chat tools or whatever you have. So try to find other software engineers of your company based upon their job titles. Hi, hello, karke chit chat. Start speaking with them. Are there openings in your projects? Can something be done? If you find something like manager or through internal contacts, matlab, hunt the company to really get yourself arranged for an internal placement interview and get into a project. First, work hard every single day for that. Don't sit on the bench for a long time. You will lose your technical skills and that will be problem. Okay, that's how you should think. Now, if it is getting more and you're not getting allocated to projects, start discussing with HR why it is happening, what can happen, what cannot happen. Okay. Now, parallelly, I would say it completely depends upon how the market is. But if you're not really getting into any project, I would say start looking for another parallel job as well. Okay. Start doing the job hunting, because if you're not in project, it is a pretty risky place to be in. So start doing job hunting, maybe get some more offers, and then try to negotiate and get into another company. Like that's it. That's how you do. Worst case, third possibility also exists, guys. Even if, let's say, you don't get the job in the current company or into the next one, okay, then parallelly do things for yourself. Okay, nothing but build up some mini applications, POCs, keep hunting what are the new things happening in the industry, and keep just doing sample applications. Okay, for example, Udemy courses, take up some Udemy courses, okay, how to build applications, how to do this, how to do that, how to learn a new programming language, and just apply that in your project, in your personal thing. Okay, so don't just sit idle. Okay, if you sit idle, you are backfiring on yourself. Okay, so don't do that. And this is how basically you improve. So you spend time in regularly coding. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Okay, next question: how to manage things when we work in multiple projects? Okay, there you go. Yeah, sometimes it happens, and I've seen pressure also comes up. Tight timelines are there across multiple projects. At times this will happen. There you go. The right way of thinking and execution should happen here. Okay, first of all, you need to prioritize items of these projects that you're working. Not just projects. If you're working on different things, you need to align all the work, let's say, of project one in one priority, most important to least important, project two in other priority. Okay, now you need to make this decision by talking to whoever is the project point of contacts, whoever might be the project managers. You talk to them, ki bhai, is this project important, or this task important, or this task important? Guys, don't take work immediately and start working. You have to give proper expectation setting. Okay, I have this project also, I have this project also. Next, before starting the work, estimate it. If you want to work on this project, you stop 2 3 items, how much time it is going to take. And you should set the expectation to the next project also. Okay, for next 3 days I will not be able to work on this project because I am doing something else. If they feel, okay, no, that is important project, then you should not work on this, you should work on that. So what you are doing is you are prioritizing your work, then you are working with the corresponding stakeholders or the managers to really align priority for you to work based upon what is really important. Next, you are setting up an estimation. How much time will it take to finish this work? And accordingly, you are setting expectation to the next person. Yeah, I will start your project on so and so time, then it will be done in so and so time. This is how you work. Because in the end, you are one person. Don't give double commitments. You are inviting problems for yourself. So prioritize it, get the two people involved. I have two things to do, tell me which one is more important, I will work on that. And then it takes me this much time to work on it, and accordingly set the expectation to the people when it will be done and when it not will be done. If you work like this, mind will be clear, life will be peaceful. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Okay, it's already 10:02. I'll take one last question. Okay, one last question karenge. And like, I'm taking the questions from the Excel sheet itself. And maybe tomorrow, if you have these open questions in chat, somebody is doing it, you put it there, and then we will speak tomorrow again. Q&A karenge. We'll start the day with Q&As. Fine, next question. Okay, will applying as a fresher, okay, will get results or not? Okay, देखो guys. First of all, anything that happens in the IT industry is situational. Okay, there are probabilities and possibilities how much time this will happen, how much time that will happen. Okay, but anything can happen. First of all, just know it. Anything can happen. Yes, as a fresher, you can get job. Yes, as a fresher, job getting will be tough also. As experience, you might get a job. Anything can happen. It completely depends upon which companies have what kind of requirements, and there are thousands of companies available. So basically, anything can happen. Okay. Now, yes, if you try as a fresher, things might work as well. But now comes the question: when, how, and should you really do it? And how much probability and chances are there that you will be getting it? Okay. So I'll just share a few key things. Even if you are a fresher, you need to have projects in your resume, and you should have actually worked on them, so you should be able to answer them properly. Okay. Market has gone way beyond just knowing technical stuff is not going to work out. You should know about projects, you should have question answering skill, that is core. So I would suggest start working on projects. Even though you're a fresher, have projects added to your resume. Okay. Next, try to do some internship. If you're not getting straight away into the companies, try to get some kind of internship projects. There are websites like Internshala and something available. So my brother keeps doing some sessions for freshers by which they can get into and try and apply for a lot of places. So join him for some session. But yes, try to do some internship, or your personal projects have that. Okay. Next, guys, I would suggest you analyze for yourself. Okay, what does this mean? Start sitting on job portals, see whether there are actually fresher openings. How many fresher openings are there? And if you find it good enough, yes, apply every single place. See if they are getting interview calls. Observe it for like 1 month, rigorously follow up, apply for n number of companies. देखो guys, how do you attack also? First, apply for all companies. Next, drop them emails. Next, follow them on LinkedIn, their HRs, whoever has done the job posting. Okay. Next, try to see in that company, okay, if there is any common connections with you, or some people who have done education from your college working in that company. That's all. Use LinkedIn effectively. So take a company, see who are the HRs who have posted the job openings on Naukri. Next, see in that company who all people are working. Try to establish some common relation with them, maybe the same academic college, and then try to reach out to those people. Drop them connection request. Say, hey, I found this job opening in your company. I'm also from the same college. I really want to work hard and get results, blah, blah, blah. Can you refer me internally? Try to do it for 10, 15 people. And that's how you approach hardcore efforts. Now do it for 2 months as a fresher. Let's see what happens. If you are getting results, well and good. If calls itself not coming, nothing is working out, you have to change the approach. Start then hunting for internship very aggressively. Then using internship, may try to say internship is an experience internship and just get inside. Don't use the term that I was an intern. Just simply say, yes, I have 1 year of experience. Get through the interview process. Later on, talk to the HRs that it was internship. Don't tell otherwise it was an internship. Okay, straight away get in. When it comes to document, then you talking about internship. So matlab, hack your way through all of these things. So you observe, put your 100%. If it is not working, change the approach. If that is not working, change the approach. Keep figuring it out. Market might get tough, but if you are keeping on trying, something is going to work out for you. Don't give up. Give up करोगे तो नैया पार नहीं होगी. ठीक है? Okay, chalo. This would be the last question for today. And tomorrow 9 we will continue with rest of the questions. And yes, there are many still some questions available. So join in tomorrow. And yes, if there are much more questions, we'll take tomorrow again as well. Okay, fine. I'll share the link. Okay, somebody's looking for attendance link once again, maybe missed it. So let me share it and then we will close the day. Okay, everybody, keep succeeding, guys. One life, one amazing life. And join in for Jan. Okay, your mind should upgrade, your thought process should upgrade. Staying the same is not going to do any good. Be ready to upgrade. Okay, code for today is 4848, and this is the registration link. Fine. Okay, a lot of things done today. Some summary plus questions. Okay, fine. Chalo, guys. Thank you